Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video. I hope you all are doing well. As you can tell, today I'm going to be doing a soft-spoken video. I thought I'd try it out. I haven't really done soft-spoken yet, only whispering. So we're going to try this out and see how it goes. I have a book with me. I thought it would be fun to do some book triggers and like a little bit of reading. So yeah. So today, the day I'm filming, I'm probably also going to upload today. Today it is Indigenous Peoples Day in America. And I have a book of Native American myths and legends, and I thought it would be fun to just read a little bit. There's a short story that I thought would be fun to read today. Yeah. I really love this book. It has a lot of great stories in it. I also love the way that like thicker books sound. So this is the Native American Myths and Legends, selected and edited by Richard Doris and Alfonso Ortiz. It has these bear tracks on it. Has a bison and a deer or an elk, maybe. So one of the things on the back says, "This fine, valuable new gathering Turtle Island Tales is truly alive, mysterious, wonderful, overflowing, that is, with wonder, mystery, and life." This is a really good book. Let's dive in, shall we? Let's see where we go. The table of contents. read everything in here because there is quite a lot of stories in here. But I can read the beginning of each part, chapter, section, whatever. So part 1 in the table of contents is Rabbit Boy Kicked That Blood Clot Around, Tales of Human Creation. So it's all about how people came to be. All the stories. There's a lot of stories. There's a lot of stories. What I like about this book is that it tells you which tribe or region the story originates from next to the story title. And sometimes they have little facts before or after the stories. Part 2 is The Place of Emergence, Tales of World Creation. Part 3 is The Eye of the Great Spirit, Tales of the Sun, Moon, and Stars. Part 4 is Ordeals of the Hero, Monsters and Monster Slayers. Part 5 is Counting Coup, War and the Warrior Code. Part 6, The Sound of Flutes, Tales of Love and Lust. Part 7 is Coyote Laughs and Cries, Trickster Tales. Those are always the ones that teach you a lesson. Actually, all of these usually teach you a lesson. Those ones really do. Part 8 is 4 Legs, 2 Legs, and No Legs. Stories of animals and other people. Part 9 is Something Whistling in the Night, Ghosts in the Spirit World. That's fun, perfect for spooky season, right? And then part 10 is Only the Rocks and Mountains Last Forever, Visions of the End. This is a long book. There's over 500 pages. But we went through the table of contents, the 10 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I'm going to read one of the stories. I'm going to read one of the creation stories. I want to stick to the shorter ones for now. This one has the deer or the elk. It's called Creation of the Animal People. And it's from the Okanogan tribe or region, which is in eastern Washington state, I believe. The earth was once a human being. Old One made her out of a woman. It would be the mother of all people, he said. Earth is alive, yet, but she has been changed. The soil is her flesh, the rocks are her bones, the wind her breath, trees and grass are her hair. She lives spread out and we live on her. When she moves, we have an earthquake. Earthquake, 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 earthquake. After taking the woman and changing her to earth, Old One gathered some of her flesh and rolled it into balls, as people do with mud or clay. He made the first group of these balls into the ancients, the beings of the early world. The ancients were people, yet also animals. In form, some looked human, while some walked on all fours like animals. Some could fly like birds, others could swim like fishes. All had the gift of speech, as well as greater powers and cunning than either animals or people. But deer were never among the ancients. They were always animals, even as they are today. Besides the ancients, real people and animals lived on Earth at the time. Old One made the people out of the last balls of mud he took from the earth. He rolled them over and over and shaped them like humans and blew on them to bring them alive. They were so ignorant that they were the most helpless of all the creatures Old One had made. Old One made people and animals into males and females so that they might breed and multiply. Thus all living things came from the earth. When we look around, we see part of our mother everywhere. The difficulty with the early world was that most of the ancients were selfish, and some were monsters, and there was much trouble among them. They were also very stupid in some ways. Though they knew they had to hunt in order to live, they did not know which creatures were deer and which were people, and sometimes they ate people by mistake. At last, Old One said, "There will be no more people if I let things go on like this." So he sent Coyote to kill all the monsters and other evil beings among the ancients and to teach the natives how to do things. And Coyote began to travel on Earth teaching the Indians, making life easier and better for them, and performing many wonderful deeds. I didn't know there was cannibalism at the end of that story. Shall we read another? I think I have time for one more. Maybe let's do like an actual spooky one now. There was one that I saw earlier that looked good. It was also short. I didn't want one that was too long, because I need to make time for tapping on books and page noises. Let's see, where is that one? I'm gonna go to the spooky section. In honor of spooky season as well as Indigenous Peoples Day, I will read you a native spooky story. This one is called The Skeleton Who Fell Down, Piece by Piece. This one has a foreword, and it said, "This story is influenced by Spanish tales. Gold and silver were hardly known to the Pueblos and not considered particularly desirable. In fact, there was no money, as the white man knew it, so that tales of buried treasure are European in origin. And this story is from, I am going to butcher this possibly, it's the Isleta Pueblo. Isleta Pueblo. I'm not sure where that one is. Probably the southwest, I'm assuming. Anyway, the skeleton who fell down piece by piece. There was a boy living with his mother and brothers. They all went out to different places looking for work, and that night the boy found an empty house to sleep in. He was dropping off when he heard a voice from the top of the house cry, "I'm going to fall." "Well, fall." An arm came down. "I'm going to fall." Another arm came down. Soon the whole skeleton stood there. "You're a brave boy. Won't you wrestle with me?" it said. "Wrestle with a bony man like you? Well, all right." They wrestled together, and the boy threw down the skeleton, who said to him, "You're a brave boy, and I'm going to let you have all of the riches I have here." The skeleton gave the boy a candle to light, so that he could go into a little room where the ghost kept his gold and silver. Then the skeleton jumped on the boy's back and said, "You've got to carry me." "All right, I'll carry you." When they came to the room, the skeleton blew out the candle. The boy said, "I want to see what your riches are," and he lit the candle again. Just as he turned to look at the money, the dead man blew out the candle. The boy got mad and pushed the skeleton down. "If you're going to blow out the light, I'll break your bones." "No, my friend, leave me alone, for I think you are a brave boy." When the boy relit the candle, he saw a great pile of money. Skeleton said, "I'm going to ask you one thing of you, my friend. After you have gathered everything up, assemble all the poor people and give a little money to everybody. The rest will be for you." And the skeleton left, and the boy did as he asked, and then he became a rich man. That was a really chill skeleton. I need that skeleton in my life. That's what's up. That spooky story wasn't that spooky. It had a very happy ending. And that skeleton was Robin Hood. Just kidding. Anyway, I hope you liked my reading. Let me know if this is, if you would like to see more of stuff like this. I have fun doing it. Anyway, I hope you all are nice and relaxed now and ready for sleep, and I hope the scary stories weren't too scary. And if they were a little too scary, just hope that skeleton comes to you and brings you some money. Because I know I'm going to be thinking about that now. He sounded like a chill dude. Thank you all for the support on my previous videos, by the way. You guys are amazing. Like, I can't get over the amount of support within the ASMR community. It's just amazing. Like, I always knew about it, but like, I didn't really know about it until I started creating content. So thank you to everyone who subscribed, liked, commented, give me feedback, anything, just watch my videos, whatever. You guys are amazing. I love this little, like, family community we're creating here. I hope you have a good night. Good night.